Codes, and this is my first Node project live stream. Let's see here. This is where you get to see about, I would say, about 90% of the project, all told. The parts you don't get to see are parts that involve boring reading that I'm, because I'm reading, it's a little harder for me to narrate. Though I definitely do some while I'm talking. But if I'm reading documentation, no, you don't get to see that. Where, excuse me, some of the troubleshooting aspects involving Q&A sessions at my bootcamp, Thankful, and progress made during my mentor meetings. This is my project is named Meal Planner, and the idea is that you schedule and create meals. So that's kind of where we're at. Okay, so last time we were working on our endpoints. I was learning how to use fetch, I think, and working on some of my tests and working on passing my tests and that sort of thing. In the meantime, I have troubleshot a few things, and I have a bunch of stuff that's working now. Yay! We can go to my... We can go to my thing. Let's just do this. Let's buy you. And then we're going to go here, and then it will display. And it will look kind of not amazing, but like, okay. You see, it's actually displaying things. It's like, oh my god, there's a ton of things. This is too many things. So I'm going to have to deal with that. We are able to add meals, get, infer. Yep. And let's see here. Let's look at our console. And our console doesn't have any errors in it, which is great. And so this is displaying stuff from the database. Of course, the stuff in the database is a little bit like, this is a little, I mean, it's storing things, which is awesome. I'm going to have to clear things. And we did a little bit of refining of my idea. What we want to do is we want to change ingredients to description. This is overdue. And so the idea is that instead of like displaying ingredients, we're going to display a description of the meal. So it's like name and description and blah. So we need to do that. I need to do mealModel.create and then something that seeds the data. And I'm going to have to modify my code to for description. So let's first modify our... Actually, let's call this up. Excuse me. Let's cancel our app and let's do npm test -- watch. That way, as we change code, we can verify that all our tests are okay. Okay, so first things first. Let's change our CSS. Insert your meal description here. I have a failing test, and those failing tests are my client-side tests. And those client-side tests are I need to work on them. I have skipped them for now. I know my client-side works, but yeah. So that's one of my other to-do list items. So anyway, we're going to ignore that for now because I haven't committed those anyway. However, what I think might be a good idea to do is just revert and That way it's not too big of a deal. Okay, great. Then all we have is this file that I need to delete, and those are all the changes that we need to make. Okay, so let's make this change. Insert your meal description here. Okay, great. And we are going to delete this code because we no longer need it. Because we're no longer going to add multiple sets of meals. And then what we probably want to do is we want to put, let's commit this change first. Changing ingredients to meal description. Okay. Committed. Okay, so let's do... Okay, so this display meals div, let's put it below this section. That way, it's a little bit more like, hey, you know, hey, you should do your things. You should add your things first. And that way it's like a little bit more. Okay, moving display section, moving add meal section to the top. Okay, great. So, let's cancel that. Let's npm start. And notice I did it with a wash. That is highly amusing to me right now. Okay, let's test it on localhost. No, it's localhost 5000. Great, awesome. That's what we need. Okay, and so the next thing that we're gonna do is this seems to be sharing a dead data source no matter what. That's kind of interesting. Like, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to do, because this pop and bear, I think I did that like, yeah, I don't entirely understand what's happening right now. I'm gonna close Postman for now, and then we'll figure that out later. Okay, so let's do that. Let's open up our tests again. And let's see here. Okay, so let's kind of figure out how we're going to change this. I think we should just go from file to file and find ingredients and change it to description. And so I think that that's, don't save our quokka, which is awesome, by the way. You know, this is how I figured out how to do the fetch. Okay, so let's don't save that, and then let's open up two things side by side. Let's go API and let's open up our API tests. And okay, so on here, let's find ingredients. And let's change this to description. And let's copy this. And instead of an array, let's make it a string. Made with love. Okay, great. And then let's find the next one. Okay, this is commented out, so we don't care. Okay, perfect. Okay. And it's not working, so I'm not too worried about it right now. I think we just need to like, though it might be good to delete it for now. Okay, so in here, let's see if we can find ingredients. Okay, those are the only two places in here that use ingredients. Okay, so let's commit that. And our tests are passing, so we don't think anything wrong. Okay, change ingredients to description. Okay, so over here, let's go to app. Over here, let's go to app. Actually, no. Yeah, perfect. Let's close that, and let's close this, and let's do here. And where do we see ingredients? Okay, ingredients. And then we're gonna say cheese bun and burger, because we want to be very American. And then we're gonna say description here. And let's see if our tests pass. Ooh, our test is failing. It's expecting an array-like structure. So let's go to equal. I mean, there's no reason why, like, there's no reason why we can't take this whole string and put this whole string here. Okay. Okay, let's do a console log. Of croissant. Actually, let's just copy it. Because I'm not sure, like, I mean, if need be, we can just kind of ignore this because the name is passing. So, you know, we can just kind of comment that out. Be like, this is broken. I'm not sure why. Okay, it is definitely undefined. Let's look at what response.body is. Oh. That's interesting. Let's create this as an array, and let's see if it behaves better. No. No, it does not. Okay. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Let's back up all the way. And I mean, I guess I could have reverted it, but okay, so and then let's console log response.body. Okay. Let's try meal underscore description. Oh, that's fascinating. As soon as I add description, it fails. Let's search for ingredients and see what we get. This is why. Look at this. Description equals rec.body.description. Okay. And so that means that cheese, burger, and bun. let's not make it an array. And then let's kind of save here. Make sure we save here. And then save here. And then let's go here. Passing. There we go. Okay. Let's delete this console. And let's save. No results, no results. Perfect. Okay. Great. Replacing ingredients with description. Okay. So now let's go to client, and let's go to client. Let's do the test first. Oh, wow. We've got a lot. Okay. So let's see here. Let's replace that. And then let's tea and water. Okay, great. And what don't you like about this? Okay. You don't like my expected line breaks. Well, you can go away. Yep, we skipped a thing. Result is not defined. Okay, which is fine. Okay, so let's go with next. And then let's remove this as an array. I mean, because I don't necessarily think that this is going to need to be an array. Since, I mean, it might be good to, like, implement the array, but I don't think we need to do that right now. And water. Okay. Great. Let's see. Passing tests. Okay, next one. These are pretty simple. Macaroni, pepper, and then we're going to say salt, and then we're going to say and water. And then we're going to do that. And we're going to click save and passing tests. Great. Okay. We're going to say ravioli. Assuming I can spell it. Oh, right. That's why it's not passing. Ravioli. I kind of want to revisit this one, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Okay. Passing. Next. Ingredients. Oh my god. It's like I pasted the same damn code. Macaroni. And then we're going to say cayenne. and water. Oh. Okay, let's change this. Whoa. Okay, let's go to description. Let's copy this description. Okay, that works. No results. Great. Okay, we're going to say description here, and then we're going to say ingredients here. Awesome. Save. Okay, great. And we're going to say description here, and then data.description here. Okay, and then we're going to say here, just because we can. And then, ooh, okay. Okay, we're going to need to change that. And the HTML. ID. Okay. Great. Awesome. Some of this, like, I'm not sure if this is empty array and then push and blah, 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 but it feels a little funky, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay. Replace, it would help if I could spell, ingredients with description. Okay, and actually, I should probably note on here that I'm actually doing it. Kind of ridiculous. Okay, great. So let's go to our models. We've done our app, we've done our client. Let's go over here and go to our model tests. Okay, we've got one. We're going to say see if that breaks our thing. Yes, it does. Let's confirm we don't have a server running, because that's the other thing that would break that. I don't necessarily think it needs to be. I mean, it could be an array. I mean, it's always easy. It's easy enough to like. Okay, let's save it as a description. And let's see if our tests fail still. Yeah. Okay. So, where art thou, O ingredients? Okay. I think, okay, so with this test, I kind of think that, like, I know it works. I think. So let's change it to what it's finding right now. And let's see if that makes it pass. Okay. And so the biggest thing that we're having right now is the fact that our this model test is so the test database, the local test database, is not clearing. Which means that, I mean, the lack of clearing is definitely an issue. Because it means that it's not returning. It's not like there's nothing in the database. This is stuff from previous tests. You know, it's like macaroni and cheese made with love. You know, whatever. Which is one of the reasons why I honestly put that sort of thing in there. Okay. Until I fix this, it would be a good idea to do that. And I was probably a little bit too, shall we say, prolific in removing the arrays. Like, I think that it's a one change at a time thing. I don't necessarily think that we need to, like, do that. And excuse my yawning. I'm sleepy today. Okay. So let's do this and do this. And what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out how to clear a database and then clear the test database before doing each of these tests. Though theoretically, it should be doing that right here. And so my biggest question is this not working? Okay, so let me put the comment. Is this not clearing the database? The test DB. And then let's add this to the okay. Changed ingredients to description. All right. So let's go to validation. Actually, no, I need to be validation over here, and I need tests over here. Okay. So we agreed to leave everything as an array. Whoa. So this is why I copied and pasted. Description. Okay. Great. Next. Actually, let's save. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's make these tests pass. Meal description is required, which is the same thing over here, and then here, description, and then 3 more. All commented out. So let's find out. We'll be in trouble if our test pass. Okay, great. Ha! All our tests work. And, okay. What I should probably do is a grep for ingredients, or ingredient, just to make sure that I got all of them. Okay. Save. Test passed. Skip test. Great. Okay. Changed ingredients to description. Okay. Done. Okay. So what else? We are over here, and we no ingredients here. This is a junk file. I think we're at the point where we can. I think we're at the point where we need to grep for ingredient. Okay, so let's cancel our test for now, and then let's get grep an ingredient. Yep. API.js. Okay. Well, first, let's do description here. And let's do description here. And it looks like there was there's a couple invalidation. And okay. And description. Okay. I'm honestly pretty damn glad that we're like doing this right now. And like theoretically, I think there's probably a way to more accurately. Okay, so let's do some tests. Let's see if we've broken anything. Oh, we did break something. Oh, we definitely broke something. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I'm in validation. Whereas... Okay. Okay. And Neil... Okay, let's find out. Awesome. Okay, let's go to our third one. And git grep ingredient. And the only thing we have is our readme. So let's commit replacing ingredient with description. And then let's open up our readme, which is here. I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, I don't necessarily think we need to change that right now. Okay, I'm gonna take a few minute break. Actually, let me... Whoa, not that. I need you. We are done with this. Thank God. Okay. So, a few minutes. We'll be back. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so we need to create a seed data in our separate file, which we definitely need to do. We also probably need to clear the database as well. Okay, and then I need to pick the next user story and start implementing it. So let's create a small. Let's do our new file. New file. Okay, let's create seed.js. And then let's move our comment from here. And then we can delete my database.js. And let's do it. Actually, delete. Move to recycle bin. Perfect. Okay. Removing unneeded file. Creating seed script for data. Okay, great. And then I think in the client I have a here. We can remove that. Let's save. And in here, let's add it in. Const meal equals, and then description, great. Meal is probably never used. Meal model equals require. And then we're going to say do models. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to destructure it. And then we're going to click save. And this is probably never used, which is why ESLint is like, oh my god, you're none. And okay, great. So let's get rid of this right here. Okay. This is actually 2 server commits. So let's remove seed. Removing unneeded comment. Unneeded commented out code, which is true, if a bit maddeningly vague. Adding meal. Adding seed meal. Meal to seed. And requiring meal model. Great. Awesome. Okay, so and then I think all we need to do here is meal model dot create, and then we're going to pass in meal. Adding meal model dot create to pass in seed meal. Okay, and then all we need to do is change our scripts to, oh, you know what we can do? npm run seed. Let's see if that's an actual code. Okay, I don't know if that's what it should be, but it does us no harm as a thing. Since I can't comment it, I'm gonna say drafted seed script. And then what we're gonna do in here is we're gonna say add clearing of DB code. And then we're going to say here, double check. What are we double checking? We're double checking our seed script in package.json. Okay. And then that is the state of our code currently. Okay. Added comments for further work. Great. Now we're 14 commits to push. Okay. We should have moved that to doing. And I think we're done. Fucking finally. I mean, there's still a few things left to do here. But at least we've got a draft of the code. Actually, I'm gonna leave it in doing. I'm gonna say code drafted. Double check that it works. And I think that's where we're gonna leave it. We definitely do need to pick the next user story. We need to get on with this thing. But okay, that's my session. Excuse me. Thank you so much for watching, and whether now or in the future. I hope you've enjoyed my first this portion of my first Node project. I hope it's been informative and useful. This was actually a pretty easy session, I feel like. You know, replacing that sort of thing. Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, I hope you have a good evening. Or day or morning or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. You can tell I'm tired. All right. Bye.